Schalker in the main playthrough?
I got a lot of class stuff. About 4 maps.
Of each of the copper in there. Yeah, don't worry about. Don't worry about. We're not going to lose wave 9. We want to try and get as much of this up to orbit as we can now. Can you change player names? Because everyone's in orange. Oh no, you're in green. You're in orange. Hooray! And then we will launch at the end of this wave, like just before wave next one starts, we get as much of the stuff up as we can. Given there's so many of us, I should probably prioritise mechs as well. I never really bothered with the mechs because we never had time to run around and harass the enemy. I seem to recall they were pretty good.
But the trouble is we never, like you said, we didn't have time to even play with them, really work out what the advantages of them were, because you get quite a lot of choice on them. And some of them, I guess, are really good. I'm not really sure what the ultimate advantage of them is.
Well, it's if when you got nothing to do, you know, when guns are going flat out.
I mean, I'd like the sort of sneak and snipe sort of option, but it doesn't seem to give you that because the guns, at least at the end game, have such bloody range. You go, I'm going to go over there. Oh, I'm dead. But then when you sort of caught your way, worked out where the base was, and you got some of the defenses down, or at least gauged the base, you can sort of sneak around the back where they hadn't put defenses and go and sort of shoot them from behind. You know, sort of sniping from the side and things, which is wonderful.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure you can. I mean, you can certainly distract things. I think you can be a bit more sneaky.
Can you pick your color?
I don't know if it's random. I don't know is the answer. We do seem to have different people at different colours, so I assume you can. I also don't think I can get much more into the core at this point. Yeah, I totally can. But we did get to the point where we were playing it like factory idle. We were optimizing every single little bit all the way through. I've also noticed the chat has crashed, so I apologize if you've been saying anything to me. I haven't received it. If you have been talking, say hi. We will launch in exactly 60 seconds. I won't hit next wave.
I just haven't been talking now. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Your sentence started with, I haven't been talking though. I think we may have, or at least I may have missed something you said prior to that. Oh, you mean in the chat? Yeah, I didn't hear the beginning of your sentence. I don't know if Discord's just quite bad at that or what. Anyway, 30 seconds, then we're gonna leave. Yeah, we're at 4K capacity now, so we can only get iron.
I think it's limit per resource type. We got 4K.
Woo! We got a B. Okay. Oh, man. There we go. Uncover. Objective, survive. I can unlock stuff live, so that's fine. We will do Frozen Forest. I don't know if you guys need to rejoin. I suspect you probably do.
Yes.
If someone could let Rob know in the chat, because he's on his phone. He's playing it on mobile.
And if you're wondering how to customize your colour, choose play campaign. That's right. Play
Oh,
and
from
then
the
join
main menu.
game, and your colour's set there and your name's set there.
Wait, Dan, you found this game easy? Seriously?
Was he playing on his own or with people?
I mean, we were playing. We did all the maps to the full level. My God, some of them were crazy hard.
So I'm trying to join you via Steam. It says Mindustry, and then a little underneath that says in menu. Is that true or false?
No, I'm in game.
Okay. Well, this needs to update because it's not giving me the option to join you, which is how I joined previously.
It just says you're in the main. I mean, oh, I don't. Oh, yes, I have to click host each time. There we go. It's open again. Yeah, we found the game was very easy to start with. That was fine, and then towards the end, it got really quite brutal. That's having to be exceptionally quick and not screw up at all to progress, which wasn't fun, unfortunately.
I presume you want coal at some point.
I
yes?
don't know what coal's for. Burning, I think.
Burning. Oh, and it was later on we used it to make other things. Yeah. Oil.
I say I'm not generally a fan of games that are difficult. I am a fan of games that are fun, and a lot of games they treat their difficulty as how can I, it's the developer versus the player, which is not, it's not the correct response. Yeah, we need graphite. That was it. Silicon for launch pads, container of titanium, combustion generator. That sounds good. Copper wall. Graphite press.
Is it cheating if I give use templates?
only the ones we've made.
That's
And
what I meant,
the issue I have is people going, oh, I just downloaded all the top 100 templates. Wow, you unlock stuff very, very quickly. Oh, underflow gate. That seems new. Yes, so copper makes... No, coal makes graphite. I'm not sure about the graphite press. Beware, it's very easy to overspend. Daniel, were you only playing to the minimum required to get the loadout? That's usually not too hard. So you can progress, but that's just kind of opening up the level to play properly a bit later on. But yeah, we were definitely struggling to finish the game.
We're using the same mana pool or money pool.
We have the same resource pool, yes. If you hover over the base, we've currently got 780 lead and no copper, so it'd be a good idea. See that massive copper vein just slightly north of the base? That'd be a good idea. And our first wave is in 30 seconds, and we have no defenses.
We have one near to spawn.
Oh wow, that's weird. Everybody can try and build things, but you can't see what's actually built. Oh no, I can see what Shadow's building.
Yes, you can see other people are burning, but I don't think you actually you can't complete their blueprints except by clicking. Oh, did I mean to build routers? Yes, I did. Junctions. Where are they spawning from? Wait, where are they spawning from?
Top left.
Ah.
Do the joiners gain technologies that host has?
I don't know.
No.
Rob Reccasini
Oh,
has his own technology, but I don't know how it works. I seem to recall that what we did is we went onto one of Max's levels, went to an endgame level hosted by him, and just got loads of resources then left. I love Creeper World. I'm a little unsold on Creeper World 4. I was not a massive fan of what was the middle one he did? Particle Fleet. But yeah, nice bloke. And yeah, Creeper World 4 is potentially an interesting game, and I look forward to it. Scatter are AA. AA, yeah. Right, let's get some of this stuff sorted then. Always annoys me there's no perfect way to get all of a resource. Like, you always end up missing a few squares or building turrets over a few squares.
Should I refrain from building advanced tech?
I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. I'd say it's only me that's important anyway, because I'm the one that has to unlock levels. You can't build advanced tech anyway, because you don't have access to it.
I do.
All right, well, go and build me some fast conveyors and see how far that gets you.
I don't have that one.
I know you don't, because you don't have any telecom. We don't have the right resources on this level.
there's no titanium.
And you can bring stuff with you in order to like kickstart access to stuff you quote unquote shouldn't have access to, but we don't have any of the kickstart stuff. Now normally I focus very, very heavily on the hails. Now the hails are excellent because the hails are unnecessarily long ranged. I won't be able to on this one because we haven't unlocked it yet. But certainly for the price of the game, it's definitely worth it. I really enjoy it. There's a lot of gameplay and a genuinely good tower defense game. And plenty of graphite coming in. But yeah, the first 15 waves are nearly always easy.
I can't remember why we have one gap between the duos and the feed going to them. Is it because the
Where, sorry? Oh, just for backlog. So you get a bit of backlog capacity, and also you can see it.
Yeah, see, we've run out of space here, so I've had to just put them in because I wanted more.
It doesn't affect performance. It just means that obviously you can do a slightly more sustained attack with a conveyor belt of resources. Only very slightly, to be fair.
Ah, yes, remember all these minor drones, spirit trap, all the different drones.
Yes, they are always an odd one because they never seem to do enough resources to warrant spending any time on them. And that was probably just our level of play. Rob is being interestingly disconnecty.
Yeah, these levels are not providing any challenge yet.
Oh god, no. Well, they don't. So again, it's a little like Dungeons and Dragons in its setup, but the first, you can nearly always finish a level, in the sense that you unlock progress to the next one. The hard bit is finishing them to the higher levels, which is a lot harder. I did not know RimWorld even supported multiplayer, to be honest. I'm not even sure if I own RimWorld. Let me just have a quick background look there. I honestly didn't know RimWorld was multiplayer, honestly. I do not own RimWorld. I think I played it very briefly and went, oh god, I can't be bothered with this. Did it gripped me?
The single time that I've heard the name of that game and not thought Rimmer.
Brian's not here to laugh at the Red Dwarf reference. Not you, Max, the good Brian. Oh, I see. It's done via a mod. This is where if the dead's got any sense at all. Got his name. I should know it. It's not Ty. If he's got any sense at all, he should go, hello, mod author, I would like to put your game into my game. And the guy will go, yay! Because it was a brilliant Kerbal Space Program multiplayer mod. It worked so well. No one could believe that you could do it. And Kerbal guys went, wow, that's a brilliant way of solving the multiplayer into this game. We're totally implementing that, and then just completely just did nothing at all and just rolled around in their big piles of money.
How do you know that they rolled in the money?
Because I know how much money they made, and I know how much money Take-Two bought them for.
The meta set by Scrooge is to dive into it, not roll in.
Well, as Family Guy showed, if you do have a big pile of money, you can't really dive into it because it isn't a fluid, it is still a solid mass of metal. Now, perhaps Scrooge McDuck at the beginning of DuckTales just dived into a big pool of chocolate money. Wasn't really explained in that much detail in the cartoon, but that's the only way I feel he could have survived his dive into it. And even then, he's likely to drown, isn't he?
You can dive into a ball pit and not drown.
Yes, but not a ball pit of gold, because you'll get crushed to death. I like the way we're already struggling to get everything into the base. Like Fortresscraft, your best bet is, where possible, not to clog your inputs. You know, to keep your inputs sanitized, which is sometimes easier said than done. Like, implementing multiplayer even on its own is an extremely difficult proposition. To jam it into somebody else's game is extremely impressive. So again, we'll be leaving at wave 10. We are approaching capacity on lead and copper, and graphite, on the other hand, we are spending slightly quicker than we're getting it. Can I speed our graphite up anywhere?
I have better miners, so I'm upgrading coal.
Oh, is that where our... Don't forget, I need to get graphite off the planet. Spending all our graphite doesn't achieve us anything.
Getting more
And we
coal
can't
should result in more graphite.
If that's our limit, yes. I'm not sure it is. because we don't have access to the fastest graphite presses, which require water, I think. Oh, Rob's got menders in the works here. Yeah, Max and I did do a few games where we landed with a whole bunch of resources and then took off with less than we landed with. That was not an efficient way of playing the game.
Well, if you learn something, that produces at least something.
Yes, what we learned was not to play it like that.
You would be even more stuck if you don't learn that from that experience. Humans
Oh
can
yes, I forgot about the distributors. However, you've ballsed that up, haven't you, Max?
Yep, I'm fixing it. Bear with.
Yeah, we came up with that. It was awesome. Yeah. Oops, sorry. For help. My fault. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So you got the distributors, which are I don't have access. Yeah, I do access distributors, which are, but they require lead. They're very good because you can have 1 in and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. So it's 1 to 6, whereas the normal ones are in 1 to 3. And I don't use them enough. I absolutely should, and I absolutely don't. So that's something to bear in mind. Why are we splitting here? Never mind. Money is rolling in. Okay, so we'll do a row of root. Oh, there's no room.
You can put the template on its side.
It's alright, this one was just particularly poor. We don't have so many, There we go. There we go. Well, that wasn't working. Yeah, I always put I always try and put a gap between the router and whatever it's routing to, so you can see what it's doing. So here I can definitely see there's no issues, it's just coal, and I can see the coal is flowing. You can butt them up against it, and you shouldn't because of offloading priorities and stuff. You can do, but then you can never quite tell how quickly it's working, or if it's working, how close you are to running out, all of those things. There's a button for a map, isn't there? M. There you go. Look at that. Look at the glory of our map.
It lacks the design of our flag.
Of what, sorry?
It doesn't have flag.
Doesn't have
An
flag.
identifier for our glorious country.
A flag? I don't think it needs a flag. We're just destroying it for its resources. We're just basically bringing freedom to it. Land here, grab the resources, leave.
Killing the locals is just, accidental. Successful byproduct.
Thankfully, the locals not only attack in waves, but they also tell us how long before they're going to attack, which is very nice of them.
Very considerate.
Now, I should use an overflow. So overflows are straight on and less full, aren't they?
Yes.
Is that right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it
So we'll
spits out
continue.
the sides. It's
Yeah.
got 2 sides there. We
Yeah,
seem to
that's-
be full on lead.
Cool.
More capacity?
We can't.
Conveyance problems.
What would you make the capacity out of? Titanium?
I don't know where it is.
It's titanium.
No, which icon?
It's titanium.
Okay, fine. We can't build them. Unless there's any hiding we haven't spotted, of course. Which is perfectly possible for me to not have spotted it.
So the game is telling me I should have been using power and menders, but I don't think I've got unlock. Next thing to do is definitely level with titanium on it, or silicon, because we could do a silicon to unlock launch pads. Power node. Battery, don't have enough lead. Don't have enough silicon. I need to leave here with all the lead.
Basically waiting for the graphite to max out, I think.
We have all the lead.
Don't think graphite will max out. We're not really making it very quickly.
We're making it a full tilt over here. I wonder if the one at the bottom of the level can be improved.
No,
before-
because we're not back until the coal's backs up. Then there's no point in increasing it. When all those lines are full on coal, yes. At this point, that's as fast as this coal can be delivered to make graphite.
Damn.
And this one here again, the coal is delivering as quickly as possible. Oh, actually, hold on. I think we can get slightly more out of it by putting we get another one in. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna make all the difference. There you go. That's gonna be at least another 5 or 6 graphite by the end of the end of the level.
And could try to uncover the coal things under the conveyor belts.
Again, there are and I mean slightly more efficient ways of building these, but it is there's a gnat's whisker in it. Honestly, it's not really worth doing, just because it's such a tiny amount of improvement. And also, while you're doing it, you're taking our entire coal network offline for 5 minutes while you faff about getting 1%. You never make a net gain in it. Again, I've seen this a lot in Fortresscraft. People will spend hours redesigning something, and you know, if the game then runs for another 100 hours, they will have made an efficiency progression. However, most people won't have made an efficiency progression because they won't play the game that long. That's why quite often this game, because the way the levels tend to be short until you start doing the deeper runs later, it's not worth optimizing any further than that'll do. That'll do, pig.
100 hours later, how quaint.
I mean, I guess there are theoretically levels like that. I mean, you can end up with so much firepower pointed at the spawn point that whatever spawns just immediately goes. Like, quite literally. But eventually you'll always fail. I think you're supposed to get to wave 500. I think that is the final point. But you have to let it run for like 24 hours to get to that wave. And I don't think there's any gain for it.
Is it so that the only host can rush waves?
Yes, I'm not doing that because we're still collecting graphite. Oh, that said, we've got copper jammed into the graphite.
We are full on copper and lead.
Yes, and that means graphite can't fit in because it was sharing a line there.
Good evening.
Hello. We're just about to leave. We're just farming graphite for the next wave, and then I will unlock even more shiny goodies.
Excellent. Good timing for me then.
The capacity's 9k, isn't it? So it's going to be a while.
No. We're launching in 4 minutes 21 seconds.
Oh,
So, I didn't know you played this game, Dave. How far have you got then?
I have not got very far. I bought it on a whim because it looked very interesting, and I played the first 5 or 6 levels.
Okay. What we might have to do is you'll get to the point where we're building this if you can't. But what we can do then is we can bundle into your game and then give you a bunch of resources. So you can only unlock your own progression. But when the launch pads come in, you can then get your own progression quite quickly. And other people can join in, build stuff you can't. So there's actually a kind of nice progression in this. It's slightly odd right now because I'm the host and I've got nothing unlocked. I wiped everything for the stream. And yeah, Max, who I've played with before, has unlocked everything.
That's very strange, though, that it doesn't allow you to have everything unlocked in a multiplayer game.
Or vice versa, you only get what the host gets, which would make pretty much more sense.
Yes.
It's nice, though, having your own progression. I do like that. And it does mean you go, oh, I can't build that machine. Oh, cool, we'll come into your game. So Max, you might remember better than me. The launch pads, does that give equal resources to everyone, or does that only give resources to the host?
If I
can't
recall
remember.
correctly, which could be wrong, I thought we all went with a copy of the resources here. So when we leave in 9k copper, 9k lead, and whatever,
We all get those
But then we all,
resources.
yeah,
Well, I guess we'll find out in a minute.
we
Because,
can all basically when we're playing multiplayer like this,
Yeah.
we all unlock our own tech trees,
well, and
but
it's very
we
easy.
don't
You
unlock the maps.
If
I
you
think
hit
that's what it
escape,
was.
hit escape, hit tech tree in the top left. What do you have marked in blue?
Plus 9k, plus 9k, plus
Yes.
2.5k for graphite.
So,
Yeah.
so we're all gaining our own resources towards our own progression, but we're doing so in a multiplayer way. Excellent. Even Rob's left again.
Yes, that's fine then. So that's not going to impede us.
No, but you won't. When it comes to maps and things, I think I
The
could be
map,
wrong
the
about the
host.
maps as well.
Now the maps, because obviously I choose the map and then I have to start the game up. Rather
So
oddly.
yeah, because I could choose a really high-powered map, and you'd be like, oh, and I've got nothing unlocked. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
you
you
can't
can't-
even
you-
use the resources
well-
on this level. Haha.
Don't forget, I can't even start hosting from the campaign together. I can only start hosting. Okay, so Rob's back, so we will leave with Rob here. 2 minutes is not very much at all. There we go. We've now all gained 9,000 copper, 9,000 lead, and not very much the other thing. And that gives me access to... Nope.
That closed the server.
That's right. Yeah, that's one of the quirks of this game is you can't just stay sort of in a almost like a tavern, like a hosted lobby, while the host decides what next to play. So you have to keep getting kicked out and then rejoining.
Right, so I need to try and unlock the right things to progress us to pneumatic drill. Right, now I've unlocked the craters. Pump water to cool turrets and drills, and this is a scrap level. And I won't forget to hit host. So there we go, the game is up and going. I'd say
I
do
am
be careful
joining.
about over queuing because it's very easy to queue up so much work in multiplayer that we won't be able to complete for ages. We need to get a strong copper. I will try and remember how scrap works because I can't.
I've got a vague memory of it. Basically, can give you about 4 different resources,
It's
like thorium, and
Unsorted
titanium. But you had to.
resources. It's not
Yeah.
thorium, it's titanium.
Oh right, okay, but it has to give you some stuff
Yeah.
that you then have to sort of deal with.
I promise
Wow, that's
I'm not doing that on purpose, Dave.
That's fine.
So I want to run some, graphite. Graphite is always a problem because graphite is what gets you everything, and graphite is what you need for the first tier of half decent done. Now I did do the blueprint for this one, didn't I? Graphite Mark II. Is there a flip button? X.
oh,
Or X. And that's rotate. You can use the wheel mouse to flip. I don't know why I did that. Wrong type of thing. And what do I need to build that? Is it lead? It is lead. We're making lead very slowly, but it's coming.
Lead's coming online now.
Yeah. So then we'll get graphite, and then that's it. We've basically completed the game, and we can all go home.
This is coal here, by the way, but we haven't put a line in for it. 'Cause
Oh,
obviously you don't-
Just run
we
it
need
up.
lead. We need lead to do stuff with it.
And I've already. If you look just up, I've.
Oh, sorry. Yep, cool.
Sorry. There we go. That's better.
Now, how is there? Why is there a button for me to just go? You know what? Just help me, make me.
You can if you
a
click on
better
what I'm
combo.
building. If you click on what I'm building, it does help. But I mean, it's better to help building something I'm building rather than do two things at once. Same as token annihilation. Try not to get into nano storage.
Yeah, or competing with each other. That'd be bonkers.
Yeah. And then I will try and remember. How any of it works. I think that might even be sand there. not sand.
Just delete a bunch of
Sand and coal makes
Oh, it's
a
those
key
dark
resource.
sand, isn't it? Possibly.
I can't
Possibly.
remember. It's
You
not
mix
real
silicon
sand.
or something.
I
Yeah,
don't think
sand's
we
up
have.
there by the beach. You don't think we have? What is it you don't think we have?
Sand, I don't see it.
We have dark sand, but I can't remember if that's sand. First wave of one. Oh, we actually have a mob coming, by the way, and we have no turrets defending above the base.
Shoot it, we can shoot.
This level's a pain in the ass because there's only 2 squares to run the entire resources from the north of the level into.
You can use the right to have some extra.
Right, so Metaglar. No, you can't because this one is. This one needs to be for more graphite. So you have the issue. You can't.
Late in the level you can remove 2 squares to get more throughput.
Now, tech tree. Hail. Awesome. So Hail are the best turrets, purely because of their range rather than any other feature. With the drawback, of course, that you then need lots of graphite to fire them. No, that's not enough room. There's never enough room. Essentially, making lots of graphite into long-range guns is always the best approach because you can hit stuff long before it can hit you. Like, why can't I build that? And we're out of copper.
We shouldn't be. This massive copper mine at the top is online.
Someone spent it all on just shoes and what's the fence at that? But no.
Don't look at me, mine are all sent.
There we go. So if you look at the range on the Hails, they are, for this point in the game, relatively huge. And we can just run this stuff north all willy-nilly. Hello, Dora. What do you want? I know what she wants to be naughty.
Food, love, and
Combination.
attention in that order.
No, it's not. I said she just wants entertainment. I was literally just I was just lining up my key press. I'm gonna get that up there.
Yep.
I'm upgrading these copper ones to better. That's all our graphite just gone. So now I'll upgrade our. Oh no, wait, because we're at graphite.
Or in case you're wondering, the centre of the drills tells you vaguely in colour what you're drilling.
Yes, it does.
Don't get sand and copper confused because that's
I
nasty.
would never. Okay, so
Oh, and another thing, when you queue the upgrade onto the drills stop. So don't go mad doing a whole field of drills and then run out of graphite because you'll be like, all the drills are now offline.
pyrotite mixer, input coal, lead, and sand. No, that's not what I want. I want blast furnace, maybe?
Blastite. Blastite?
No. What?
The orange
what-
stuff.
Yeah. What makes it?
There's a special spinny thing. Where is
Right.
it? Hold on.
What's? Yeah, guys, a special spinny thing. Oh no, sorry, guys. Guys, I'm just gonna look for the special spinny thing.
Is it the separator or was it the blast alloy smelter? No, that's not it. Pyrotite mixer.
Where is it? I've just unlocked the
Coal, lead,
alpha
sand,
background.
no.
Where is it in the tech tray? No, titanium.
I don't know. I've got it unlocked, unfortunately.
No, but that doesn't, you can't tell me where it is in the tech tray. Is it?
Oh, the tech tree's changed. Oh wow.
Yes, the battery is now no longer ridiculous.
Oh, good question. Where is it?
Melter. Is it the melter? Scrap. Yeah, there we go. Melter. And then a separator. No. Yeah, we can't do it without titanium. Okay, so that's not going to happen this
So
way.
scrap's
Okay.
just pointless in this level at the moment.
It's pointless. Yeah. One of my favorite things about this is it's I'll say an RTS, but it's a tower defense game, whatever. But you can use WASD, and I like that because so many games I have to like all the RTS games we're playing recently. They force you to use the cursor keys to scroll around, and they make you press the number keys on the other side of the pad. Yeah, I can't upgrade the drills until we have got more graphite, by the way. So if you can just hold off, I don't know what you guys are doing with it, eating it maybe.
Nom 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 nom.
Try not to eat too much graphite for until we've got these
Small
all
breakfast
upgraded.
that give you indigestion.
Just before we've got them. There are also a lot of custom maps for this, but generally they are balanced about as well as any custom map is on the internet, which is to say, not very well. The occasional exception, I'm sure. I did a lot of Creeper World custom maps, and they're all the same thing, going, this is very, very hard, and you need to do absolutely perfectly to progress. Oh, great. So I basically have to work out what you had in mind when you wrote it and copy that exactly. And any deviation means I will fail miserably. Great fun.
You mean achieving someone else's idea of perfection isn't fun?
Well, I mean, you must have played maps like that. Doom maps, Little Big Planet, Mario Maker, you name it. Someone will just do it. So it's all a series of pixel-perfect jumps, and with an absolutely hard-coded build order, or it will just all go horribly wrong. And I was saying to Daniel earlier, a lot of video gamers, a lot of video game designers, usually, I say the more amateur ones, forget that it is not about you versus the player. Your goal is to make the player have fun, not make the player lose. And a lot of people seem to forget it is about fun, not about just going, oh, they've beaten this map, we're going to have to make it harder. Mixed belts are almost a necessity on this level because we've only got a gap of 2. We can have a gap of 3 if we don't mind losing some of our coal production, which I do.
What if we use bread?
Bread?
A bridge, I think you said.
Ah.
What the teleport you wants it? Yeah, the shape of the level, it's not really. It's kind of designed for you not to. And our graphite is slowly building up. Kiln. I can't remember what comes out of a kiln.
Was it
Glass mainly.
Meta glass.
Needs power. How do we make power?
Burn coal.
Burner.
Wrong game.
No, it's called burner here too.
No, it's not. It's called a combustion generator.
A burner.
It's not a burner. I'm calling it burner.
That's the same job.
Well, it burns things, yes, but it's not a burner. That's like calling my car a burner.
But it is.
My car is not a burner.
It is. It doesn't run without oxygen. It burns.
I'm trying to think of some sarcastic response about something else that doesn't run without oxygen to prove you wrong, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Yeah, so we want to get a whole bunch of metal glass off planet too. And I've just got coal coming from my Hey! Now, do hails also take graphite, silicon, or pyrrhotite? Yeah. It's weird because you get slightly better damage and things from putting better ammo in, but it's never worth bothering. You must just build 2 turrets and fire twice as much ammo. Like you're almost never limited on ammo. Let me try and I only have an inverted sort. Why don't I sorted? There we go. Now an inverted sorter. I'm gonna like not copper through. There we go. I've got copper on one line and everything else on the other.
Oh yeah, bug. I was going to use that space.
That space has been full for oh my
Sorry, join up
lord.
to it. I'm just splitting because the other one is so full.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get lead down there. It's a bit more. I don't know. Lead over there.
Just to get rid of this coal.
Oh, there's coal in the line. Yeah, you
Alright.
can
I got it. Oh, that one there's being a pain.
There we go.
We found it's easy to put a sorter on the line just to kick out and let the coal off the line.
WAG, this is private. This is just lockdown LAN people. Hi.
There's 2 more bits to clear.
I guess you could probably do another. Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
get me
we
a line to get the lead out?
Get the lead out.
Woohoo! Just a slide A.
How do? That sorter is pointing the wrong direction. Why is that bridge going the wrong way?
Yeah, new feature since I last played. You can now make bridges more or less transparent. So that's a game changer.
Well, it is handy being able to see through a bridge.
Last time I tried multiplayer WJG, people were using a local hacked client to place things that blew up the core. Doesn't go well this game online, in a surprises no one sort of a way. Are we actually full on copper? No, we're not. Oh, there's coal. How do we get a coal there?
Dave was sorting things out.
Oh, was he?
That's fine.
Is
These
it?
bridges.
Just need to just bring this bridge back then.
Well, you can set how transparent they are. But, I mean, I did have a few minor complaints to the game. And they are minor. I mean, it's quite unusual. I've only got minor complaints about the game. But one of them was definitely not that I can't make the bridges transparent. I was trying to get copper off. I was trying to saturate each of the lines with different things, but it's proving it's just turning into a what the fuck mess there. Now, what you have to do is just urge, and this is really important, is don't just highlight all of that and delete it going, I'm going to do this better, because you won't do it better by the time we leave. Now, we have a choice to make. We either leave now or in wave 20.
Well, obviously wave 20, because I haven't even noticed anything attack us yet.
The thing is, it does tend to go from, oh, this is fine, oh shit. Bosses, flyers, we have no flying defences, for example. Is it top right they're spawning from?
Yes,
We don't have
Right.
any actual defensive walls.
we do kinda. It's very token, but it has hold. Yes.
It's handsome.
That's not what I meant to do. Well, if we're going to wave 20, we should better do it properly. However, I've just spent all our graphite.
Oh,
How
no.
dare you?
Is there any graphite in the north here so we can build some decent guns?
There, wow, they literally look 5 squares south of your character right now.
Oh yeah, there's a couple.
Not enough ammo though.
Oh wow. Oh, that's my blocks being annihilated.
Now I have to resist the urge because I can copy paste this a lot, but I'll do it once. But I suspect that might be all of my graphite all over again. So this game has not changed my mind about blueprints and copy paste features in Fortresscraft.
But the pre-placement is nice, right?
The pre-placement is nice, and yeah, I've linked the video before about the bots in Fortresscraft that I'd like. The logistics falcors. No, not building falcors. Build cores, I think I called them. So you build it, and then nothing happens, and something comes over and grabs it. I would love that.
See, I'm in favour of blueprints because
You haven't played
I'm
this
a lazy-
multiplayer. People just go click, and they just build this half-screen big defensive network. You feed one thing into, and they're done. Like there's no gameplay left.
yeah. Well, if they do that, then that's how they play the game. Who cares? Don't play.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, all Max and I did. I don't know if you got the stream up, but Max and I have come up with 7. It's just graphite. So you need graphite very, very, very early on, and we were struggling. So we came up with some graphite designs to make graphite, depending on what level you've got, and they're actually quite nicely done. The inline one is interesting because you can extend it infinitely for infinite amount of graphite. So you got the room. Because we were just struggling to get the graphite up in essentially one click whilst we're worrying about other things later on in the game. But yeah, the multiplayer, unfortunately, people just blueprint. They just go click, 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 click. They don't even... As far as it's not just one blueprint just to build the entire level. You just click in the top left square, and it doesn't just place the entire map's worth of stuff in one go.
Yeah, but they do that in Factorio as well, and it's not a problem. If you play with people you like, then that doesn't happen.
Yes, but so it was something in Fortresscraft. I never wanted to encourage having other people play your game. I'd much rather encourage people chatting in the Discord about their preferred methods to create stuff.
I mean, it's entirely a choice, isn't it? I just find for me, it's one of those things where, as a more casual gamer in that respect, I like to have them there because then I know it will work, or I can short circuit something I'm not particularly invested in.
Yeah, I mean there is a mod to do it, and I've said to people I'm not implementing it, but there is a mod to do it. So if you really want it, just install the mod. That's the point of mods, is to make the game the way you want it. And I had people going, "You support mods?" I'm like, "Well, I don't mind how you play the game. That's as long as you're having fun, do what you like with it. Go mad."
And that's, I think that's the key takeaway there, is the game will come in one way, but as long as you're not clamping down on it because it's an online competitive money driving experience, then let people do what they want with it. If they break the game and overpower their characters and win it in 15 minutes, fine.
The thing is, I mean, I have one thing that is leveled at me is I keep telling people that they are playing the game wrong and they should play the game my way. And I've always made the same point. If you're playing the game what I consider wrong and you're having fun, brilliant. It's when I see reviews basically that say I played the game really wrong and it wasn't any fun, no stars. It's like, well, yeah, but you're not supposed to play it like that. I can play it how I want, right? But if you're not having fun playing it the way you want,
Yeah.
why would you
You're
not
definitely doing it
differently? And I've seen people not building the automation machines in Fortresscraft, do the whole thing by hand, and saying this game takes like 100 hours to achieve anything. Like, what are you doing? Stop doing it like that.
If you're not using the tools that the game provides, then you're either doing it because it's a challenge, or you're doing it because the game has failed to explain to you how to do it,
Or you're
just
deliberately being
vicious.
obstinate. Yeah.
No, a lot of it is, certainly Fortresscraft, I try to say to people, here's the new tier of equipment, it costs twice as much, but it gives you 10 times the result. And loads of people going, nope, not building that, I'm going to build 10 times of the tier 1 thing. So sometimes I'm having to make the next tier 10 times better than the previous tier just to persuade people to actually build the damn things. And I still see people just create fields of batteries, like of low tier batteries. I'm just looking at it going, but you know, you could replace all of that with 2 high tier batteries.
I
Why
mean,
would you not-
if
why
they
would you not-
want to do that, then that's their waste of time. But if the
Yeah, and-
progression curve is correct, it should be obvious that an upgraded battery is going to be better because it's slightly more efficient and smaller.
I genuinely could not make it any clearer. I mean, the game even starts saying, "Hey, you should really do it this way because it's easier and better." But I usually see those worlds when they come into the forum going, "My game is running slowly," and I'm like, "How many batteries have you just built?" Yes, I'm surprised it's running at all, to be quite frank. Why don't you build the better ones? Oh, it's just easy to build loads and loads of these with the mass build tool, right? But and I've been accused of not knowing how to program because if you build too many of a thing, it slows down. And it's like, again, going, if you build an infinite number of machines, by definition, the game will run at 0 frames a second. That's how it works. If you build 0 machines, it runs at infinite frames a second. It's just a curve. Like eventually, no matter how good your computer, it will come to a halt when you render, you know, 1 million or 1 billion or 1 trillion objects.
So the irony there is the fact that you allow them to do that in the first place causes the problem.
Motherfucker. Yeah, they do it on purpose.
Because you can basically build unlimited machines until the computer grinds to a halt, they will. Whereas if you put a cap on the machines, they will whinge there's a cap, but the performance will never do.
Yeah, I'm quite. I mean, Fortresscraft tanks at about 500,000 to 1 million machines. Factorio tanks at about 60,000. So I'm quite pleased I can outrun a 2D game. But yeah, it's apparently not enough for some people.
Can you remind me where unloaders are, please? I've forgotten.
Under the conveyor belts, aren't they? Yeah, I was thinking about that because we're all getting jammed up because lead is.
Nope.
What uses lead? I'll just build some scatters.
We've got loads of metaglass, but none of it's making it into the core.
It's alright, I'll just spend some lead. It's all jammed up with lead.
Yeah, there is some in the there's 900 in there.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's on a shared belt.
There you go. I've just built
It's
a
going
whole
over the
bunch
bloody
of lead
place.
Ah, it's because I don't. My personal reserves don't have it, so I can't unlock anything until next level.
stuff. You will do it next level, and you'll be able to just go mad. Unfortunately, the hail is kind of the primary weapon used for the rest of the game. It's easier and better just to build 2 hails, or 4 hails, or 10 hails than one higher range gun.
Titanium. It's on the
Titanium, yeah.
bottom right square with a dot in the middle of it. That's too advanced for us.
So
Isn't
rather
it-
than building the advanced gun, just use the copy paste tool, build lots of small guns.
Yes, I said I know I'm going against what I just said for the people who bought Fortresscraft, but the difference is there's no performance here. I can render 10,000 guns in this. It's only frame rate and and simulation speed. I just want a bit more guns, but there's really no point. So leaving in 4 waves.
Yeah, just need to try and get as much.
The metaglass is useful though, isn't it? I forget what it does exactly.
Glass, it's pipes and stuff. We need silicon. Oh, can't we make silicon? Yeah, we haven't got any silicon, do we? What a total fucking fail we all are. Silicon is sand and just sadness? I can't remember. Silicon is
Crushed up computers.
sand and coal. Wait, so it's the same as...
You know, do we actually have any?
Any what? Sand. Yeah, we've got loads of sand.
We have wasted a bunch of time and not made any silicon.
I blame you.
That's fair.
It's not though, is it? It's not really fair.
It's not my fault, but I'll take the blame.
There we go. We've just made our first silicon. I'm going to chop off lead because we really don't need lead. And I'd like to get some silicon the next few waves because that's quite a lot of tech. It's silicon based. Yes, but higher tiers of matter movers are a lot faster. But they're only there for speed rather than any other reason. And let's make.
So, is it even worth getting melters to melt down scrap into slag
We
for turrets?
we can't repurpose slag at the moment. We can't
I
do that.
don't have the
Oh,
turret for it.
we might be able to make the slag, but we can't. You can repurpose slag into titanium, lead, and copper. Then you need to do the most horrendous sorting system, but you know, can be done.
I don't think you need to worry so much about that on the lower levels.
Oh, it's really good. It's because it's just free resources. But we can't build it because you need titanium. I hope I'm not ballsing this up. Sand does look a lot like copper. Oh man, there's not enough coal. I built a whole bunch more silicon smelters, but we don't have enough coal. Got. Oh no, it looks like we've got lots of coal here, but we've just got about 40 coal, and then it backs up and it goes the other way anyway.
Haha, someone drowned.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm for a swim.
Oh, are you not in a?
I'm in a
don't
mech.
think- Oh, you're in a mech, yeah. There's loads of mechs. I'm saying, Max and I, because we played it just with the two of us, we absolutely did not have the time to use the mechs. I assume they're really. Oh, that's not right. I assume they're really good. I don't know. There's loads and loads and loads of them.
I'm trying to work out what the advantage of this mech is.
Well, mechs can't build, but they have better firepower, longer range, more armor, more health. And I'm gonna waste more lead, by the way, because we're at cap, and that is jamming stuff up.
If you die, you will get reconstructed in base, which takes some time. But it's pretty free.
The one smelter at the top isn't powered. You don't. Oh. I probably need 2 batteries there. There you go. I don't really think. I mean, I'm getting some out, but that I said I'm turning off the lead. No more lead. Stop turning it back on. Don't make me delete the whole thing.
Just trying to make it organised. It's this line here's got if it's mixed with copper, then the copper's backing up. Everything else in that line also backs, which is would be nice if it was avoidable.
Top right of the lake. Oh yeah. Hey, we're leaving in 2 minutes 30. So. Ooh, now see, they got quite a long way in. Next time we will have access to the next tier of graphite presses, the water-cooled graphite press. That's not what it's called.
Really want to get the graphite on this line a bit sharpish, so we don't basically
what?
not get any back to base.
Well, let me spend some copper.
Lovely, thank you. Thinking, how do I spend it? Put some walls down.
It's alright, WGG. When you said smelter, I immediately thought you meant drill.
Are we at cap of all the things?
No, not even slightly.
I don't know, but other than the silicon, but
We've got loads of copper and we've got loads of copper and lead, as you always do. A little bit of glass, a little bit of graphite, and a very little bit of silicon. No, we can't build any storage yet. We're leaving on this wave anyway. There's no way we'll get to 30. I can't remember when bosses start spawning, but they make a mess. Well, part of the reason I came back to this is it's just had another big patch, and they patch this regularly. It's also fascinating because the game is free. You don't have to pay money for this game if you don't want to. Just play it on itch.io, exactly the same game, completely free. What this adds is achievements, Steam integration, all of that stuff. But it's exactly the same game. You know we have 50 seconds left, so messing up our to base run now is not good timing.
Helicopter's stopping everything getting there anyway. I just wanted to... Damn it.
So we're leaving in 20 seconds.
I can't blame it, has to be done. That's the annoying thing. It's like, panic, panic, panic! Oh, fuck it. This stuff's not even going to get anywhere near where we want it to be.
No. Well, that's why I was just... I mean, what I would do is I would get rid of those, and then... yeah, and then I'll glance in the corner. Oh, shit. Okay. So let me see what I can unlock. Rob reckons the Lancer, but that's because Rob is wrong, I think. Steam generator. We didn't make enough silicon. We may have to repeat a level. Pretty much we need tons of silicon. I think everything I need to unlock requires silicon. All of it.
Yeah, I've got
No
nothing
ifs,
to unlock.
no buts. So, looks like it's going to be the same level again, because we did not... we didn't do well enough.
All this we. You're the host.
Wait, and yeah, but I can configure the loadout. So that
So
would
you can
help.
start with you start with some silicon, start with other things, we can start straight off with a higher tier, higher grade of
Yeah,
things to
I
build.
really don't have much to build.
Yeah.
But I'll launch us with 1,000. Oh no, I can't. Why does it gone? Boink.